name's Kiahonfire and welcome back to a brand new Conan Exiles video. Today we're going to be going over what some of the streams have been going over recently and what's coming up on Conan Exiles soon. Do you mind, lady? Make sure also to check out Funcom's live streams as well on the official channel. Most of the live streams are going to be there. I'm just taking a few snippets and talking about them with you and some of the interesting things I saw in them that's coming in the future update. An update that's coming very soon in September, early September, so make sure you keep an eye on the updates for then. And we should be able to have some awesome new content, a new DLC, that's just Blood and Sands. We're going to see snippets of that, but there's not a lot I can show here because I can't actually spawn it in and test live. I actually have to wait for the content. And also on that one, there will be a new comparison video for the DLC, so look forward to that. You can see these very, very angry people beating me up. On the actual live stream, they discussed something about axes. I'm going to let them explain it for you.
So, two-handed axes, which also come in iron and star metal variety. I think this looks really cool. Like, this is a really nice, just chunky looking battle axe.
So, this is very much a trope and very much a fantasy. You are a wild barbarian, and as a wild barbarian, you want to swing an axe wildly around yourself.
And that is exactly what you're doing with the two-handed great axe. So this is more of a, I mean, it's your standard chopping motion, but you do have a pretty good swing on this thing.
Now the only two ones I can spawn in right now is the star metal, and this is actually the two-handed great iron axe. To start with the iron axe, I think these are freaking awesome. I love them. I absolutely love them. Now I'm going to show you why. We're actually going to start with the light attack. Sorry for keeping you waiting. This is the iron one, remember, so it's like normal iron. And just swinging it around. So I'm going to quickly go around. Kind of chop side to side. I really like this wide attack. Great. But you want to know what's the best thing about this thing, and the stamina's actually really balanced on it. I actually think it's perfect where it is right now. Is the all-rounder. Now you do have to keep clicking once you've gone a full circle. But the great thing about this is you can go round and round in circles as long as you like, killing everything around you. And also the great thing about it is if you want to change direction, you can. You're not stuck moving in one direction. So you can go any speed, like the same speed, and you can keep going on as long as your stamina is great for it. So I'd probably recommend lots of stamina. Damn, they're not willing to try it out with me. Come on. All together now. We're going to have a family time. So we're going to get our big war axe and just all roundhouse them. Go this way. Now if they get behind us, you know, we can just smack them in the back of the head as well. Get out of the way. Unfortunately, I've run out of stamina, so I'm just going to wiggle away. And I'm going to go again. Big wide. See, I am hitting in a entire 360 circle around me. All of these people are getting hit. Very efficient crowd clearer. But no, the war axe, that's the war axe. It's brilliant. They also changed animations on the spear a little bit. This is to hone in your target so you have like a small cone of damage. So here we have the spear in action against people. As you can see, I'm only hitting this guy with the heavy attack, so now if we go for this one, you can see this is the light attack. It's not swinging around anymore, so if you did used to like the actual wide swing, it's not going to be a thing anymore for the pike. That's not going to be a thing. So that will change up the meter a bit. I kind of like the light attack on that one, so I kind of hope maybe they're going to add it in a different weapon one day. But I think this is pretty good for a spear and probably more realistic for what the spear is supposed to be. I think it's probably going to change up how people use it as well, because at the moment a lot of people love their spears. So this is like, let me just give you an example. There you go, you can see I'm just stabbing, I'm just keep clicking, and then if I was to do, this is the actual normal spear animation for the heavy with the bleed on it. Of course these will probably have effects on them, but for now they do not have effects because it's not implemented yet. But in test life, the heavy is still the same. The light is very, very different from what it used to be. Now they also added a really pretty short sword. Now, I always thought of short swords being kind of less used, useless crap. To put it in a few words, sorry. I didn't like short swords at all, but they have added this super short sword. So that is actually called a short sword instead of just a sword.
So this is not a reuse of existing content. This is a brand new weapon that we're going to be putting into the game.
Yep.
For a very specific playstyle. As I'm sure everyone here knows on stream, the combat system runs on the concept of hitboxes interacting with actors.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our weapons have pretty what's a nice way of putting it? Exaggerated hitboxes.
Right.
For example, we swing left to right, we hit a lot of stuff, including our friends.
Yes.
And this short sword is a single-handed weapon with the goal of being primarily a team, a friend group weapon where you can do damage and not make your friends unhappy with you.
Yes. So the idea of the short sword is to do damage in a very small cone around you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Which means that whenever I swing the sword, I either poke with it or I swing it in a downward arc.
And this is, again, very honed in damage. And it actually has a really far reach as well. It's not supposed to be slashing damage out around you. It's more in front kind of damage. So this is the heavy attack right here, Star Metal Sword. Very nice effect. And then we're going to have our light attack. Very quick. Very quick. So this is kind of for playing with friends and stuff, as they mentioned in the clip. This is the reason why they have made this. Also, in this update incoming, they've added a bunch of oils that I'm going to explain in a video coming up soon. Basically, you put them on the weapons and they alter things for you, like harvesting, damage, and concussion, which is very interesting. But we're going to be discussing that in a different video, so keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on the channel for that video coming up very soon. It's going to be actually explaining it in full detail, but it's not going to be so long that it's going to be boring, hopefully. So there you go. Another thing we have added in this update is a battle standard. So for this to work, you actually have to have a foundation laid down. We have some sandstone foundations here. I'm just gonna... You can see the radius on this battle standard quite clearly. Put it down. Whenever you get into somebody's battle standard area, it's going to ask you this message. So you can have never if you're not into PvP, always if you're really into PvP, or just yes or no for like a one-off. So I'm just going to say yeah. Enable PvP. Now this is only for now going to be on PvE or PvEC, I think it was called. Yeah. And basically you're going to have this little area. You can make it an arena. I think it's a lovely idea. Well due. So you have this. You see you're out the zone. You're no longer flagged. You come in. It warns you again. So every time you go into one, it will warn you. Always or never. You say no this time, so nobody can PvP us here now. But the idea of the battle standard, wonderful. I love it. So there you can swing at your friends all you like. As a mad barbarian, you can just go round. And this thing doesn't actually have a big collision box. You can go through it if you want. There we go. So this doesn't interfere with your fight either. You can still go through it. Someone can't use that against your thing. And you can probably find that you might be able to bury it or stick it on top of your arena and it'll work just the same. If I remember right, the zone is actually a dome. So it's a dome around the entire battle standard, a certain amount of foundations out. Now we're going to go on to talking about the DLC part. They do have stuff for the new DLC. I can't show you any of it right now, but I will be coming out with a video as soon as I can show the items to you. You'll be able to see them. They're coming out the same date as this update will be coming out. So September time, early September. Keep an eye out. So I love the fact that they have the building parts on here. They're all arena kind of themed. And the archways, I absolutely really wanted archways instead of the triangular. So I think this is great. And they're kind of like a stone brick texture as well. So I can feel like this is actually going to go in a lot of buildings and actually be suitable for a lot of buildings. I love the archways, I love the flags they have provided. I'm just going to show you some snippets of armor, building, stuff like that they have going. I think it's really cool. But if you want to see the full demonstration, make sure to check out Funcom's actual YouTube channel. I think I'll put that in the description down below. And you can check that out for yourself, because they do live stream and it is worth checking it out. If you love Conan Exiles, make sure to check them out.